In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
Transforming St. Lucia through football innovation and excellence. The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League provides a pathway for the professional and personal development of young footballers, leading to community enhancement across Island.
Great opportunity!
In 2024, 10 district leagues will compete for the
evening once again from Dennery Valley. As it's the clash of the titans, if you want to call it that. The East Coast Derby. The Dennery segment. Dennery versus MABOUYA Valley right here at the Dennery playing field. It's me again, Elijah Williams, alongside my trusty comrade, the critic, Dennis in Glasgow. Critic?
Once again, we're here. This is the second encounter for tonight in St. Lucia's semi-professional football league. This is tier 1 of the competition. 2 top teams vying for supremacy. Dennery, of course, in the traditional red and white strip, and that would make the MABOUYA Valley in the cloud blue strip. They don't like each other. They are from the same community. One is up the road, one is down the road in terms of Dennery North, Dennery South.
Often so.
But tonight is all about who is going to go home with the 3 points, or who's already at home to say, give the 3 points because they're both at home. However, I think clearly you can say, Eli, that in terms of what we've seen and the information at hand, that the Dennery team seems to be the one which is more developed in their say. So, and they're at home, they know the comforts of this playing field, they know the comforts of the surface, and so far they've had a good start. So let's see how it's going to pan out for the 90 minutes.
Well, both of these teams have a storied history in football, but different points right now in their respective leagues, right? Albeit both of them are in tier 1, but Dennery more than likely coming into this as the heavier favorite to take this encounter, but it's a derby. So form is normally out the window. It's all about passion and desire and wanting to make things happen. Dennery in front of their home crowd, but you can probably argue that MABOUYA might also be in front of their home crowd, as we see the stands pretty much filled to capacity right now, and quite a few patrons standing as well, as we see MABOUYA now on the attack, on the probe, trying to see if they can get on top of this encounter, holding on to the ball well enough. A ball coming in there, miskicked by the defender and held on to by the Dennery custodian.
Good attack, a good change of switch of play by the attacker, wing attacker that is, for MABOUYA. Ball, of course, now in tension, possession to the Dennery team. Dennery will just stroke that ball around, try to feel what if MABOUYA is going to be coming in for heavy press, sort of a medium press, which is so important these days because you want to send teams out of their shape. But meantime, we see Dennery just stroking that ball around. They're on the right side now, miscontrol, so they turn over to the MABOUYA team. You mentioned the proximity, you mentioned the rivalry, and you mentioned the derby. Both sets of fans are very passionate about their football, especially when they meet. So something's got to give between the two, and let's see how it's going to work out. But so far so good in terms of response from the crowd. Earlier on, we saw South Class Streets and Rosa Valley playing to a 0-0 draw, a sort of a drop to a certain extent. But this one, in my estimation, should be laden with some goals. So I'm hoping that our viewers can get to see some goals as they're logged on. There's a header situation just going a little wide, but a little pressure. Viewers can get to see some goals as they're logged on. Goal kick
There's a header situation.
Have a young team as well. I see a little more seniors in the Dennery team, so it's sort of a mixture of youth and seniority. So it always spells well when you have a good blend where the grown-ups can dish out some information to the youngsters. A little tussle on there, possession in terms of MABOUYA Valley, retention, losing this one. First shot of goal, easy pickings for the goalkeeper of MABOUYA.
Well, let's just run quickly through the team news. For Dennery in goal, Anton Richard, number 1. Number 12, Patrick Ephraim. Number 6, Kendall Fauché. Number 5, Joa Hunt. Number 19, Elijah Joseph. Number 4, or that should be number 5, Josh Hunt. Number 4, Kevin Polius. Or that should be Kenvi Polius. Number 11, we have Jamie Prosper. Number 2, MacGyver Raymond. Number 9, Garvin Reggie. Number 10, Sherman St. Rose. And number 17, Emmanuel Stanislas. The head coach, Hyacinth Saju Singh. And for MABOUYA Valley, in goal, we have number 1, Sayan Jackson. Number 17, Peter Albert. Number 15, Delcan de Turville. Number 9, Nicholas Henville. Number 10, Alton Joseph. Number 20, Kian Mondesi. Number 6, Sylvius Okuli. Number 18, Tej Pascal. Number 8, Brandon Sandiford. Number 5, Zach Sandiford. And number 14, Micaiah Wells.
We continue, of course, the game. The crowd certainly get into this encounter. You could hear them urging their teams on. And it's one thing I like about football is when the crowd gets involved, Eli. Players always look forward to such situations where you get a little sort of burst of energy. Meantime, it's early into the encounter, so a lot of nervous energy being spelled out. But meantime, the MABOUYA team being able to deal with the onslaught of attack there by the DENNERY team. Searching ball to the left side, finding the winger. Good first touch. Let's see if we can put this ball across. And the ball certainly went out into play. First touch was there, but again, taking a little too long to corral that ball into his own to put that ball across. So again, so far, the MABOUYA defense being able to deal with what comes at them. And you could see clearly that the DENNERY team trying to use both flanks in attack, not being one-sided.
And this DENNERY team will tell you that football is the lifeblood of the community. And we have quite a few of the players on feature who are actually descendants of former national players.
Yes,
you know. So looking forward to seeing what's going on. You have Rita Stanislas, for example, who is been on the national team from 2018. He's junior. I mean, his dad unfortunately has passed already. Rita Stanislas Senior, but that's just one of
many.
of many. You know, that's on show tonight. Riedel would have played with young stars out of DENNERY, Grenadines FC out of Antigua, 2022 and 2023. He's a forward player, so very much looking forward to seeing if he can impose himself on this fixture as a national team player.
But I've not seen him in the lineup. If I look carefully, or if you remember the team you called,
yes, correct.
He's on the bench. So who knows? Probably carrying a little something.
He's on the bench.
Yeah,
he's on the bench.
Yeah. So I'm not seeing him just yet. But he would want that when he comes in would certainly be making a difference in terms of what's happening. Has a lethal left foot, so it's something that we can certainly look forward to. It might just be a technical ploy by the DENNERY team, probably to tire the defense of MABOUYA and then throw off Riedel. But we'll see how it pans out, but it's certainly one to look out for. Handle ball there. Possession goes back in favor of the DENNERY team. DENNERY again, like I said, using both flanks, switching that ball at every given point that they can. They know this field pretty well. But MABOUYA certainly up to par with what has been happening so far.
Yeah, so far it's I'd like to say it's been pretty even so far in the game. I don't think any one team has a clear-cut advantage. Although we have seen a pop shot taken by DENNERY so far, but it was easy for the MABOUYA custodian. Let me say good night to Anthony Mishak Jabatiste. He's over there in the US. I'm pretty sure he's following on the stream. He was very mindful to remind me a little early on that MABOUYA was the very first team to win the Black Hat tournament, and they are 3-time Black Hat champions.
A very impressive record. Of course, Mishak would have left his mark on the community, you know. So clearly, you know, he knows what it is to win championships. Of course, he has moved on to the USA. So good night to you, Mishak, if you're listening, or viewing rather. Very close friend, very good friend of mine. So Let's see, as a matter of fact, coach me on the national team as well. So lots of respect for Mishak. But generations have moved on, so now it's a new generation of footballers for the MABOUYA Valley team. It's a pity we don't have matches in the Larry Seuss playing field. That's a nice setup as well. But in time, we'll see how it all pans out. But MABOUYA holding their own so far. I would tip the possession in favor of the Dennery team.
Yes, definitely.
But again, it's all about finding your way. Like I mentioned earlier, the Dennery team has a blend of senior players and young players. So they're going to find a way about this pitch.
But you mentioned about, generations moving on, and funny enough, the current coach of the MABOUYA team, his Constantine, was coached by Mishak. So I'm wondering how much of Mishak's influence will probably be on this team.
So, well, normally players who become coaches try to instill what they like. For example, someone like I was a defender. So my prowess would be, defending, you have your tactical setup. So a lot of players try to impose their way of how they played. If you were an attacker, you have a more attacking side of things. But you must play both sides of the football. So let's see what Hayes can produce with this MABOUYA team. And as they go along so far, you can see that they're a good passing team. They're very tenacious. They're not backing down, as a matter of fact, because they know what they're up against in Dennery. Similar to the Dennery coach, Sagyu Singh. I don't know him per se, but I've seen the Dennery team play a lot. And they seem to be very much possession-based, where they kill you with this flank play and try to cut that ball back into the area.
Well, as you just mentioned, Dennery look like right now they're trying to slow the game down a little bit and have a little bit of control. MABOUYA is having none of it though. Breaking up the play as often as they can. But both teams right now, you can clearly see the sort of derby atmosphere. The crowd a little bit sedated at the moment. Haven't had anything, the menace of a derby matchup just yet. Right, more intricate play, most of it by Dennery thus far, but MABOUYA holding their own as we come up just on a little over 10 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, it's a derby again. So certainly something has to give Eli. Here we see a long throw being employed there by the Dennery team. Good defense, ball headed out. As he's going to wind up again for this throw.
It's a pretty long throw.
Yeah, good defense there as well.
MABOUYA looking to break away right now. And MABOUYA is in.
God.
Lacking the composure. Yeah. We had the first groans from this crowd tonight. You can
MABOUYA is
heavy support for MABOUYA in the crowd.
Lacking
But certainly,
MABOUYA
you want to see again. I mean,
lacking the
10 out of 10 times. He'd do better. But again, composure, Eli. Again,
could have taken an extra touch into the box.
Of course, yeah. And put in a real challenge shot there. But he went for power, and that ball probably still trying to find its way in orbit.
Well, it's sort of the first shot we've seen in anger tonight. MABOUYA definitely signaling their intent. Looks like it's going to be a game of attack and counter-attack tonight, Critic, with Dennery again getting on the front foot. They would not be fazed by that, mind you, this Dennery outfit. With the requisite experience. A lot of national players in this Dennery outfit, so they wouldn't be fazed by that at all. Wow. It's a blistering shot there.
Yeah, but of course, good defending there. The keeper, the defender. Defender on the line. Good header.
Wow.
Again, it's a situation where going back to this missed opportunity. This is something MABOUYA Valley will certainly be playing on his mind. I mean, yes, we have to move on from this. To miss at this stage there, how vital that would have been. Wow. Able to put the corner there in favor of the Dennery team. Let's see what trickery they can put into this one. It's an in-swinger. Had a situation again, a little more poised. Remember, his body was leaning back, so obviously the ball would have gone over
Trippy they got put into this one.
end-to-end
So
stuff
in
so far.
stringer, had a
Opportunities been
situation
created,
again.
not been able to
A little more
capitalize,
point.
Eli, but again, it's been energetic between those two teams.
Well, that was number 11 that just hit that over by Jimmy Prosper, and he plays midfield for Dennery, but he boasts a very impressive return. According to the stats I'm seeing here, he scored 28 goals from 74 games in the domestic league. So quite an impressive return from midfield.
It is. And let's see if we can turn those numbers on tonight. Of course, all well and good in terms of the statistics and your profile. But now we want to see it in the semi-pro. Bring that form into the semi-pro and try to build your team through and see if the team can get onto the points table and work your way on the league table. You know what I like about the whole thing, Eli, is that you're talking about league and talk about points and talk about relegation and promotion. That in itself spells out a lot of excitement. I mean, many a times we have competitions in St. Lucia and they don't really go the distance. But this time we have a semi-pro league which is going to bear a lot of information, bear a lot of interest, because you have to play not only for yourself but for your family, your community at large. And you want because now it's a different atmosphere in terms of football. You want your fans to come in and see you, so they too want to be part of it. So there's a lot at stake when it comes to the semi-professional league.
Definitely, and they're really looking like they're trying to settle down in the game just a little bit. That last passage of play before the ball went out, stringing about 10 or 12 passes together and the ball going out of play. But MABOUYA again look like for the time being they're content to live on the counter-attack, staying resolute in defense and trying to spring out quickly.
Like for the time being, they content to live on the
standing room only now.
It is building steadily. Like, of course, those two teams have a history between themselves, and it's not feisty. A good tempo game, but none of the teams are backing down. There are some telling tackings coming here and there, but clean stuff. Nothing to say that that is out of control. The man in the middle seems to have it the level that he wants it. I can see him talking to the players as well, instructing them of what's expected of them. So a lot is happening, but the game remains what it was hyped about.
What I find really interesting about this Professional Football League as well is how much involvement we've been seeing by the parliamentary representatives. Last night we saw the parliamentary representative for Miku North, Jeremiah Norbert, providing checks for both of his teams, Miku and Monrepo, in the sum of $7,500 each. We saw the Honorable Joachim Henry a little earlier on, following his team.
We saw the Honorable Joachim Henry a little earlier on, following
Southeast Castries.
Yes.
Dennery is South Castries. You have to make an appearance. So if you're viewing Honorable Dennery, you have to make your appearance as well. I think Joachim probably just came to feel out what is happening. But it's all well and good when you see the MPs show their face in terms of
course,
the SPL.
Of course, throwing a lot of support behind the teams. I think people are really having an appreciation of the community involvement of these teams. We've seen the community sort of respond very well. I mean, if you're somebody who follows the Semi-Professional Football League on YouTube, you would notice a lot of the training videos and a lot of the little clips that are shared on there, really showing the sort of camaraderie that has come about. The tricks.
They tried it to
Nice off the training pitch.
Yeah. They tried it, but the little more precision was there.
that has come about.
Take it back and see how they can try to execute this free kick again. But it's good that you mentioned the YouTube channel, and we urge our viewers to subscribe. Not only subscribe, but also put on the notification bell so that you could see that when we upload new material and new stuff, you will be notified and you don't want to miss some of the action brought to you by the Semi-Pro League. And we see a tussle between the two. Then we get in the better of it. Good interception there by the MABOUYA team. However, then we're able to keep that ball. But you could see the teams are really fighting and jostling for possession. Meantime, it's possession
MABOUYA
in
coming
favor
out
of
with it
MABOUYA.
there.
Yeah, you see a ball towards the left side. Good recovery there by the defenders. But again, you see where speed is injected during the final passes, during the final foot of the field. And that's what's needed because you only get past your man, and if you could get that ball just ahead of him, you could use your speed to get into the area.
Right there.
Back to action on field. Dennery in the middle of the pitch right now, switching his ball to the left side. The left side attacker seems to be very much involved in this game. Continue that build up on the left side. You can see the overload. That is a corner now in favor of the Dennery team. You see the overload, of course, I am very much so trying to get the numerical superiority right in the area to get that ball across. But the defender for MABOUYA did pretty well, so it resulted in a corner for Dennery.
And that ball driven into the 6-yard box there.
And that ball driven into the 6-yard box there.
But again, that ball whipped across with a lot of pace. That's what you want. So when you get once you get your head onto it, the goalkeeper probably won't have a chance. But again, it continues. Good defending by MABOUYA. They've held in there. They're actually holding their own. Let's see if they can last for the 90 minutes. Because remember, information reaching us, this Dennery team is a powerful team, especially at home. But you know, the MABOUYA team showing that they're up to it.
You can definitely see from a control sense, Dennery probably has a little bit more control of the game. MABOUYA, again, more or less living on the counter. But funny enough, I think they've had the best chance in the game. So,
but you know, funny enough, I think they've had the best chance in the game.
That's Nicholas Henville blasting that shot.
The
Yeah, he's not gonna sleep tonight on this one. Whichever the outcome, whichever way it goes, if it goes in MABOUYA's favor or in Dennery's favor, he's not gonna sleep. He's gonna remember this one for quite some time. Good crowd, good response, Eli. Both stands are filled. Persons now are just on the railings taking in the action.
Standing room only.
Yes. It's a derby. That's what they want to see.
MABOUYA now looking dangerous again on the account of that one. Just a little overhit.
Yes, yes.
Going to the right flank there, seeing if they could cut through the high line that DENNERY has been playing thus far. But so far, outside of that one chance with Nick Henville running in on goal, DENNERY has seemed comfortable enough. As we see Jamie Prosper again looking to carry that ball through midfield, but stupid by the MABOUYA defenders.
DENNERY, of course, has always been a passing team, a possession-based team. And you know something too, you mentioned early on, Eli, where you talk about generations. Generations also buy into philosophy. If you look at it, if you look how football is in terms of the district, and we've seen so many district teams, whether it be tier 1 or tier 2, but case in point, watch how Canaries plays, that's how Canaries has always played. If you watch how DENNERY play, that's how DENNERY has always played. So, you know, as a community, you see what's embedded in terms of how the youngsters grow up, you know. There's a situation, a good shot there, good block, good defense, good all-around football by those two teams. But going back to my point, you know, when we come to those communities and you see the youngsters take the field during the half, you could see what they're already doing, whether it be in the academies of the various communities. But when they get their chance, they grow into what they are accustomed with.
Yes,
So you see before South have their way of play, you see Leclerc have their way of play, Grows Little. Every district has their philosophy, and it continues and it carries on. Good skill, however, I don't think there's a foul. I think it was a little touch there, but not so much to be called a foul. Let's get up. These days the boots are so soft and the shin guards are so small. So any little touch, the players will go down, but he'll be all right. Good observation there by the official. I think the referee has total control of this game. It's a big game, and there's not been too much situations where the referee has to intervene.
26, so we're into the 27th minute of play here. And just as you speaking, you know, critic, you know, we have players like Kenby Polius, who's the team captain for DENNERY on the field. He's the younger brother of former DENNERY defender, national player Mugabe Polius. So as you say, it's a generational thing.
You know?
It's a generational thing, and you have Josh Hunt, a youngster, but the name Hunt
Exactly.
should ring a bell.
Hiram,
Sabatas.
Yeah, that's what it is, and I'm happy for that because you know, I mean, not only in football but in sports in general. If you're born into sports, you have to continue with the tradition. So I'm happy that you know those names have been thrown around. And meantime, you have the DENNERY team trying to mount an attack, but this one going out of play. A little too much on this one, asking too much of the attacker there right there. But Fam goes up saying that's what he wants, or that's the sort of pass that he wants throughout the night. So I like what I'm seeing. The game at a good tempo, and the players, you know, checking on one another. It's a good game so far.
Yeah, that was number 12, Patrick Ephraim, going down the left flank for DENNERY. I believe he's the fullback, but that's to show you the attacking intent of this DENNERY team, an overlapping fullback, and he's done that a couple of times in the game already.
You need that overload, you need that extra man in attack rather than the winger in himself because you know the game has evolved and it's an all-around football these days where you have wing backs going flying up the flanks. I think that's part of their play or part of their attack. So far so good. Again, showing good patience, the DENNERY team. When areas are clogged up, they recycle that football, go into other situations, good passage of play, even good possession of that football there by DENNERY. And you have that ball and the overload. A little more time should be taken, a little more advice should be given to the player, and they could be able to retain it. But possession goes back to MABOUYA.
And DENNERY themselves have been Black Hat champions on 4 occasions, the latest edition being 2022.
When it
number of players on the national team as
when
well.
it comes to football, DENNERY is one of the main communities of football. DENNERY have pleased many an eye in terms of football. They have brought a lot of prestige to the community. So it's as if like you know it's a mainstay for them. It's
That's
like
their segment.
yeah, they they live and die. Remember how this field was?
Oh wow.
a good attack there, good pace, but however, he has three of those players to tackle there. Good all around football. This is a young defender, looks to be on his game, but that will take a lot to get past those.
Remember how this field was. Oh, wow. A good attack there, good pace, but however, he has three of those players to tackle there. Good all around football. This is a young defender, looks to be on his game, but
he was still within major competitions. So that only tells you where they've come from, where they are now. That's why they're a stronghold in the semi-pro. And the semi-pro has come at a good time too. Because, you know, as much as you historical, but it's a new venture. Yes. It's a new initiative. So everybody wants to make their mark in terms of history in the semi-pro league.
That was number 10 for Dennery, Sherman St. Rose down there for a little bit, needing a little bit of treatment. But they're on the probe again. Ball coming back in, and it looks like, oh, what a save! What a save by the MABOUYA custodian.
Again, ball coming back in, and it looks like, oh, what a save! What a
Got a little injury, but attention is going to be given. But again, a good ball across the.
again, ball coming back in, and it looks like, oh, what a save! What a
I think it's a poor execution. But however, the goalkeeper making amends and getting his hand onto it. But it's a situation that what is you have to choose your area, and they often tell you when you're booting that ball, Eli, you have to boot that ball the same area it came back from. However, he went straight into the midriff of the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper just dealt with it casually to a certain extent. But the attacker should have done better.
Yeah, you're thinking with that sort of pace on the header, if he had it 2 feet either side of the goalkeeper, there's no stopping it.
But the technique they always tell you, if you put it back, because remember your natural reaction of the goalkeeper is to go the other way. So if it coming from the right side, you just continue with the right side. But again, too, these are stuff that you learn with experience. They're young, they'll learn. They'll see how it all. They'll see what they need to do. Like I've said, this is the semi-professional league. All this footage is available. So, for example, tomorrow this player can go back on and see what he needed to do, Eli. You know, and do better. Meantime, the attack continues with the MABOUYA team on the right side. Ball goes out of touch, and it should be a throw-in for the Dennery team while they continue to figure out which way possible to get past the defense of the MABOUYA team.
Tomorrow there's a big clashing game too. It's going to be Central Castries coming up against Canaries. And just to underscore your point, you would think that Central Castries, they already have a game documented with Canaries against, oh, as you see, great pace there. What a finish!
Yes.
What a finish!
Injection of pace, good weight on the pass as well.
Canaries against, oh, as you see, great pace there. What a finish!
Yes.
What a
always calls for Dennery. The Griffin is a top player. But what's interesting about this one, Eli, is the weight onto the pass.
Canaries against, oh, as you see, great pace there. What a finish!
yes.
What?
Right into the corner where the goalkeeper had no chance. So, yeah, good finish.
Canaries against, oh, as you see, great pace there. What a finish!
Yes.
What? Was the MABOUYA player who was receiving treatment in the box just a little while ago, and he was just outpaced there by Reggie, getting onto the end of that and slotting it in past his keeper. So he might be a little bit disappointed. He may be saying to you,
was still probably recovering from that knock earlier on, but take nothing away from that finish. It was a striker's finish. It was a clinical finish. It was an instinctive finish. Right? He didn't need an extra touch. Just slotted it in past the keeper.
Yeah, good football there by Dennery. So they're a good team. They're a very strong team, especially with the spoils of the home comfort. So they're going to continue to knock that football around. Good pace in what they're doing and good movement as well. Here's the situation. All right. Good recovery there, good instructions by the goalkeeper, but a little spin on this one. A little that has sort of just thrown off the defense of the MABOUYA team. 1-0 in favor of the home team. The crowd certainly enjoyed this one. We had first-hand view. We were right up, right there underneath the finish. Like I mentioned, no power needed, just good clinical finish by the attacker.
But the manner in which the home fans sort of subdued, it's almost like a fait accompli for them. It's almost like they expected that.
Created the chances, they took it. They led 1-0, so far so good. Let's see if MABOUYA can. Created the chances, they took it. They led 1-0, so far so good. Let's see if MABOUYA would just throw Eli some more impetus into the game. And you're at home, so now the Dennery fans will want more.
Well, it's the battle of the teams from Dennery and the battle of the number 9s. We saw contrasting fortunes. The number 9 from MABOUYA getting an opportunity early on, did not have the composure, right? Hit that way over the crossbar. But his opposite number, the number 9 for Dennery, was able to slot that one in past the keeper. So far, number 9 for Dennery has had the better of number 9 for MABOUYA.
Ball played on the right side, some pace there. Good recovery, good defending. Goalkeeper takes control, playing that ball back to his defender. Very calm in the situation. A better pass, but at least the situation is resolved. Dennery keeping possession of this one. They continue to build on the left side, showing good poise. Instructions from the goalkeeper, however, I think the ball was left too much on this area. They needed to switch that ball to the inside, a little too much on the left side. So the ball now goes in favor of the MABOUYA team. A searching pass deep into the half. Goalkeeper, easy pickings, milk for the cat. Throws it back into midfield, keeping possession. And then we seems to be a long searching ball right there.
Did I hear you say earlier that the Dennery custodian is affectionately named Onana?
I think that's how I heard some fans call him one or few occasions. I think Onana is the goalkeeper he draws inspiration from. And if you know,
I was wondering if he's adept with his feet. That is what Onana is supposedly known for.
Earlier on in the warm-up situation, I saw the coaches took him aside, and that's what they were working on, his distribution with his feet, whether to the left, whether to the right, and he seemed quite comfortable with it. He's a very big figure in goal, and if that's his inspiration, that's his inspiration. But I can tell you, like you said, he's known for his distribution, the Onana keeper. So let's see. I remember hearing some fans calling him this name, so let's see. But that's a modern way of keeping these days.
Yes,
Eli.
playing on the back.
You have to be able to use your feet and be able to make passes, and there's a lot a goalkeeper has to do right now rather than be a shot stopper or a shot blocker.
MABOUYA right now was going on the counter there for a little bit, but unable to corral that ball. Dennery again taking control. And there you see what you just spoke about.
There you have it. Distribution. Offside call.
Looked like he handled the ball.
Yes. It looked like a handball, yeah. But MABOUYA still trying to find a way as well. Playing the ball well out of defense. Long ball into midfield, however. The Dennery team taking in this one.
We was in no time again from distance.
Not bad at all. The number 5, Eli, the heart of the midfield for Dennery seems to be combative, and you could see his whole demeanor, how he's laid out. He has this one of his bandages on the left arm. He gave you a headband like an Indian warrior. He's
Like
ready for battle.
like he's hunting for
Yeah,
something.
he's
Well,
ready for
that's
battle.
Josh Hunt.
Oh, there you go. But he seems to be quite a character in midfield, and this is the second time I think he's tried to stop a shot from way out. So he seems to be quite a bit of a player. Quite a bit of a player. Here we see good take on. Yeah. Ball remains in favor of the Dennery team.
Josh is a pretty young player as well. So quite a few years ahead of him.
I like his layout. Does he have a long throw? Good defending there. Able to control this one.
It appears both of the players on the left flank for them we have that long throw in the locker. So Jamie Prosper.
Here is he again.
was
Here is he
was
again.
shot
Here is he
there,
again.
right on the edge of the box.
Taking that shot. I mean, when you have players who have the ability to throw in that ball from such a distance, what you need to do is to have the setup in the box area where it's sort of like a flick on, somebody comes. There's a lot that you can do with it. I see that they have employed it, but they have not executed it just yet.
There's Hunt again, taking it from distance. What a strike
Told you.
by Josh Hunt.
I told you, Eli. I told you.
He had a... There's Hunt again, taking it from distance. What a strike
Told you.
by Josh. Bamboozling the MABOUYA Valley goalkeeper. There's Hunt again, taking it from distance. What a strike
Told you.
by Josh. About to win this game. That one definitely. There's Hunt again, taking it from distance. What a strike. Told you by
A player who has this lethal sort of shot, he's gonna score. He's actually gonna score on you. So basically, what it is, he was finding his range and he was able to hit that one about 40 yards out, Eli, with the goalkeeper having no chance because of the velocity of the shot. So a very good goal by Dennery, and I did tell you, Eli, information reaching me. They're in for a game. They're up 2.
Well,
One more goal in this encounter would have a tall order for MABOUYA.
Let me shout out the secretary of the Dennery Football League. That's Emmeline Hunt. That's Josh's mom. So the football is running all the way through the family. And she did also indicate to me that he's one to watch. Definitely not disappointing. What a tremendous strike there. Yet to get the official time of that goal. 42nd minute, I think it is.
But what we can say for sure is the contention for goal of the week, or goal of the tournament so far, or goal of the league. Whichever way you want to put it, Eli, that only tells you how that shot was well hit. So definitely want to look out for. Again, if you on our page, you could certainly go back and look at it. But it boils down to giving players time and space. So certainly this is something that the MABOUYA team needs to take note of to close down midfielders, especially Hunt. Because if you give a player time and space like that, he's going to punish you.
one of the Dennery players, I can't exactly make out who it is right now, but one of the Dennery players apparently needed some serious medical attention. He's clearly in a lot of discomfort as his players stand around him. Anytime you see players gather around a player injured like that, it sort of raises a little bit of concern, and he's definitely in a very uncomfortable situation right now being attended to. Let's hope that he can come out of that relatively unscathed. I cannot say unscathed because he definitely has suffered some sort of serious injury, or serious enough to have him down for an extended period of time. But this gives MABOUYA an opportunity to probably regroup, Critic. They've been on the back foot in this encounter thus far.
But they have a lot to do. I mean, yeah, they seem to be a nice little bunch, a gritty bunch, but players need to take responsibility for their positions, Eli. I mean, if you're a midfielder, you know, for example, if you're on the back foot, you have to close down your opponent, or you have to win your duels. And by now, they should know the dangerous players, or the players to keep an eye out for on the Dennery team. Because Dennery seems to be an all-around team that any one of them can punish you. So we have seen the football where they got sorted out, the goal scored. We've seen a situation where they didn't close down and the goal was scored. So a lot of information is being dished out to the MABOUYA team on things that they need to recover on. So definitely, MABOUYA will want to see the same thing happen again, but because of the prowess and the individual skill by the Dennery team, they have other players who can hurt you. So they need to take into consideration what they need to do. Meantime, the player with the injury will get sorted out. I mean, he's a young man. He has the medicine to take care of him. If he can't continue, he probably may have to make a substitution or whatever. But in general, MABOUYA needs to get onto the pace of the game defensively. It's all well and good going forward, but when you lose the football, Eli, you have to have that shape and that personnel to deal with what's coming at you. And that's what they've not been able to deal with. The speed of which the Dennery team passes the ball and the shooting opportunities that they create, and they capitalize on.
Well, we've been told there's a minimum of 2 minutes of added on time. It might go a little beyond that because we are already past the 45 minutes. So effectively the 2 minutes of added on time is beginning about now. Hopefully Polius will be able to recover from that. You would think that Dennery probably will not make a substitution at this point in time. They'll probably see how he fares throughout the half.
Yes, because you're already 2 up. You don't want to waste a substitution, but it seems to be sort of a little severe issue. But they'll figure it out. Dennery has a lot of experience when it comes to those combinations. They have a good coaching staff as well. So again, they'll take it on board and they'll know what they need to do. And if a substitution needs to be dealt with, they will do it. But meantime, they have the stronghold on the game.
Well, he can be as well as the captain. Central defense, the captain. So it makes you wonder if they do happen to lose him, you know, will that have any effect on the team's organization, etc. They seem very comfortable at the moment, even down to 10 men. And he's trotting back onto the field right now.
So let's see how we can deal with it. Let's see if a ball comes this way, if they can show any discomfort. Here he is already. Yeah.
Immediately. Lost his shin pad too.
Yes, and he's carrying through. He needs a touch. He needs a touch. So he seems to be all right. He'll get more attention as the half during the half break, but it's okay. Then it seems like they're going to carry on. I think his shin guard went up, so he's going to get it eventually. But
full-blooded tackle there.
Let me tell you, I love my local football, you know. And if you can pick up from what the crowd is saying when those tackles come in, Eli.
Well, cricket made it famous.
Well, but if you look at it, cricket has its own, but football now has brought in something else, you know. Cricket has its own, but football gave you a different
ring.
Yeah, a different twist, or a different spin on it, you know.
You know, growing up, you would be told not to say stuff like that, you know, during sporting times, but I think cricket has put that on the global scene, you know. That is now synonymous with St. Lucia. As we've come to half-time, it's 2-0
in favor of DENNERY as they are taking upper hand against MABOUYA Valley. Gavin, Reggie, and Josh Hunt on the scorecard for DENNERY. I believe one Tennyson Glasgow predicted off air before the game a 4-0 scoreline to DENNERY. It's halfway through the match and we're halfway through the scoreline. We're due for a commercial break and we'll be back after these messages.
Transforming St. Lucia through football innovation and excellence. The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League provides a pathway for the professional and personal development of young footballers, leading to community enhancement across Ireland.
Great opportunity.
In 2024, 10 district leagues will compete for the Premier Cup and 9 district leagues will face off for the Super Cup. 81 games in 4 venues. Come support your community as you witness the first ever St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League Championships. Competitive football, passionate players, and striking goals.
And it's in.
In collaboration with the government of St. Lucia and the St. Lucia Football Association, the Semi-Pro Football League is leveraging football to transform lives.
And so the referee brings the 90 minutes to an end.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
Transforming St. Lucia through football innovation and excellence. The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League provides a pathway for the professional and personal development of young footballers, leading to community enhancement across Ireland.
Great opportunity.
In 2024, 10 district leagues will compete for the Premier Cup and 9 district leagues will face off for the Super Cup. 81 games in 4 venues. Come support your community as you witness the first ever St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League Championships. Competitive football, passionate players, and striking goals.
And it's in.
In collaboration with the government of St. Lucia and the St. Lucia Football Association, the Semi-Pro Football League is leveraging football to transform lives.
And so the referee brings the 90 minutes to an end.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
Transforming St. Lucia through football innovation and excellence. The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League provides a pathway for the professional and personal development of young footballers, leading to community enhancement across Ireland.
Great opportunity.
In 2024, 10 district leagues will compete for the Premier Cup and 9 district leagues will face off for the Super Cup. 81 games in 4 venues. Come support your community as you witness the first ever St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League Championships. Competitive football, passionate players, and striking goals.
And it's in.
In collaboration with the government of St. Lucia and the St. Lucia Football Association, the Semi-Pro Football League is leveraging football to transform lives.
And so the referee brings the 90 minutes to an end.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
Transforming St. Lucia through football innovation and excellence. The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League provides a pathway for the professional and personal development of young footballers, leading to community enhancement across Ireland.
Great opportunity.
In 2024, 10 district leagues will compete for the Premier Cup and 9 district leagues will face off for the Super Cup. 81 games in 4 venues. Come support your community as you witness the first ever St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League Championships. Competitive football, passionate players, and striking goals.
And it's in.
In collaboration with the government of St. Lucia and the St. Lucia Football Association, the Semi-Pro Football League is leveraging football to transform lives.
And so the referee brings the 90 minutes to an end.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble,
Right, folks, so we're back to the commencement of the second half of our second game in the semi-pro St. Lucia Football League. You're viewing Tier 1 action. It is the East Coast derby between two rivals, MABOUYA Valley and the home team DENNERY. The score is 2-0 in favor of DENNERY. And if you just join in, DENNERY they traditionally play in red and white. And that would make MABOUYA Valley in the sky blue or cloud blue color. Nice encounter so far. We've been blessed with two top goals. And it continues. The crowd is much into it. Searching pass there. Cut off by the goalkeeper from MABOUYA Valley. And just an easy nod back onto the goalkeeper for DENNERY, Eli.
You mentioned, Critic, just a little while ago, that it's two teams from the East Coast, but one team seems to be coasting right now. And that's the outfit from DENNERY, pleasing their home fans, and they burned down on the MABOUYA goal once again. Looks like that one has gone out for a goal kick, but DENNERY in a very comfortable position. So far in the SPFL, we've seen quite a few games come out in a draw. Score draws, albeit. We've had one emphatic victory, that being
Before North,
against it was Miku.
That's right.
Right. And so far, DENNERY is threatening to maybe have the second emphatic victory of the competition. I think most of the, if not all of the victories that have been had thus far have been by a one-goal margin, outside of all of the draws. So DENNERY looking to probably go atop of Tier 1 with plus 2 goals as it stands. But it's football and it's a derby. Let's see the resolve of this MABOUYA Valley team, if they are going to crumble being down by 2 goals, or if they are going to get stuck in and see if they can get back into this contest.
Whichever way they want to go about it, they have a daunting order, a daunting task before them. Because earlier I also mentioned that when DENNERY have you on the back foot, they don't ease up. You see many times a team take a 2-0 lead and they sort of coast their way through. But this DENNERY team would want to send a message clearly to the other teams in the semi-pro league that we mean business. So if you're going to be coming to play in our venue or any other venue, once you have DENNERY, you're up for it. And so far, they're certainly up for it.
Well, MABOUYA, I think, winning a free kick there in a promising enough position. It'll give them an opportunity to get the ball into the box. What they will do with that is anybody's guess. But let's see. Let's see if they can get some good delivery in. Josh Hunt pretty much keeping everybody on the side, but now he's joined the line. And he's the one who heads the ball out.
Yeah, good reading of the game. Imposing figure in goal, towering figure in goal. And you can see the technique.
Towering kick down the field as well.
Yeah, and you can see the technique used there. Not a punt, but sort of like a side volley, which aims for a direction, sort of like a pass to get onto his player. So good technique there by the goalkeeper. DENNERY is very much relaxed so far, letting that play come to them, sort of dictating that play throughout as well, finding the left half.
You made mention of the DENNERY custodians distribution earlier on, and we just saw 2 examples of that. First with the sort of punt volley up the field, and in this instance a throw. So he demonstrated that he can do it to both his feet and his hands.
That being said, it's often said that at this ground is almost more difficult to score goals towards the top end of the ground, which is pretty close to the basketball court area because of the wind deficit. The long throw employed there by DENNERY. Ball played back, all the way back to goalkeeper.
that time his distribution probably let him down a little bit, and MABOUYA look like they want to get in here, but not enough on that scuff that attempted cross. Or was it a shot? I'm not too sure, but it appeared that he was trying to cut that ball back for his teammate who was running into the box, but easily dealt with by the Dennery custodian. We see Dennery now just trying to take the steam out of the game just a little bit. Distribution out of the back there.
Yeah, they seem to be total control of the football game. Basically, you have the MABOUYA team chasing around and seeing what they can pick up, sort of like a bits and pieces of the game, so to speak, but not really mounting a full attack to trouble the back line of the Dennery team. So, like I said, then MABOUYA has a lot to do. They have a lot to do, but right now the Dennery team are quite comfortable with the 2-goal lead.
But as we can see as well, the back five, that being the keeper and the back four for Dennery, all comfortable on the ball. MacGyver Raymond just a minute ago, the number 2, easily just lofting that ball out into midfield and getting the attack going. So Dennery seemed to be very comfortable on the ball in all areas of the pitch.
Just so 2 players from the MABOUYA team, I don't know if they've been sent to warm up. I don't know if we're going to see some changes in the MABOUYA setup. But I'll keep my eyes on this, Eli, as we go along. But sort of a half attempt by Dennery. Good atmosphere. You could see the fans on either teams, whether it be Dennery or MABOUYA, they seem to be quite pleased with what they've seen. Of course, MABOUYA fans would be disappointed, Eli, making the trip just up the road and being down 2. But good atmosphere all around.
What I've observed is that some people have actually left the bleachers and come up to the crowd control area in an attempt to get closer to the action. Maybe in an attempt as well to say a few words of encouragement to their team as well.
Could be. And a good point as well, Eli. I've often said that St. Lucia, we come to support, but we're not so vociferous. You know, I love to say, I would love to hear, let's go Dennery, you know, pile on some more. I like to hear the MABOUYA fans urge them on, you know, to try to urge them on to score a goal. Or, you know, as we go by, all these things need to be instilled in our league because teams have to develop their chance. You know, so I know when I come to Dennery, I expect to hear such and such. If we go down to Soufrière, similar, wherever we go. You know, we want to change the culture of football. This is what the league is trying to develop. So you know, you have our chance. So Canaries have their chance, Crozile have their chance, and it becomes part and parcel of the whole package of watching the semi-pro league. Good strong defending there by number 2. However,
MacGyver Raymond.
Yeah. Good control in midfield. MABOUYA are still trying to find a way and see if they can, you know, turn the deficit around. However, loose pass there. There is a my God, telling tackle there. Tough tackle.
What I like though is that the Dennery player did not attempt to make a meal out of it. He knew it was a clean tackle.
Yeah, just continue.
He got bowled over. He got right back up.
Just continue.
Did not even look at the referee or even try to appeal. That's what we want to see. That's good sportsmanship though.
Here's the situation. Over the bar, Eli?
Over the bar.
Yeah.
Over the bar.
Yeah. Good sportsmanship, good football all around.
Then we could have easily made it 3 goals to nil there. Good delivery into the box with a lot of pace.
Yeah, try to think.
Yeah,
try to think this one.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say that he didn't take maximum, you know, opportunity there, because that one came at him really whipped in with a lot of pace, and you could see him just trying to adjust his neck muscles at the final moment to try to get on target, but just over.
Yeah.
So unfortunate there. MABOUYA seem a little bit disjointed in the final third. They seem to be winning the ball back well enough, but in terms of them connecting with one another in the final third, that has not materialized just yet.
Right, and also their shape defensively and in attack has been a little off. I think there's a little bit in terms of too much space between themselves, whereby the passes going astray. So this needs to be addressed. And I mentioned earlier that probably some substitutions might be made by the MABOUYA team. I can see two players right on the center line, so they look like they're going to be making two changes momentarily. So we can see the coaches thinking like us. Something needs to happen, and let's see if those two changes can affect the game.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if the change of players means a change of approach for MABOUYA, or is it just simply to freshen up? That'll be what's interesting to see, because so far what they've been attempting to do against this DENNERY outfit has not been working. As we see a little bit of skill there by DENNERY, and a
snapshot,
powerful shot there, blocked away by MABOUYA, but DENNERY definitely on the front foot. They're not trying to force things, critic. They've been passing the ball around, and where the openings appear, they try to take advantage of it. They've not been trying to force the ball down MABOUYA's throat at all. Just sort of taking the game as it comes.
Yeah, I think what they're looking for is a little sort of like some intricate passes within the top part of the box area, the final third area. Like you say, they're not really forcing it. Just going along with it. Good skill there by MABOUYA, taking on his player. Continues to keep that football. That should be interesting, Eli. Just offside. Just offside. But you could see at least they're still trying something to so they could cut open the defense of the DENNERY team. But in the meantime, they making a substitution. But I like what I just saw. Sort of showing a little guile than playing the traditional pass, what they've been playing all along, but trying to offset the defense of DENNERY. However, the attacker was caught offside.
Well, the captain there, Ken Vipolius, a little earlier on, we had a scare in the first half in terms of injury for him, but he seems to have recovered completely. But he showed his experience there, 29 years old, former national player as well. He currently plays for Young Stars, but showing his experience there and just waiting at the right moment to step forward and put the MABOUYA players offside.
Sure bet. So they're going to reset right now the attack, playing from the back. Ball went into touch, so it's recovery, possession, a throw in for the MABOUYA team. Continue on the right side of right side. How MABOUYA Valley would love to get on the score sheet, knowing that they're down 2. There's a situation for them. Ball comes across. Can you make a meal of this one? Shot not on target, so goalkeeper not forced into a save. But a little bit of improvement there for the MABOUYA team, something to work on. But again, the defense of the DENNERY team just shutting them out. And it's a goal kick in their favor.
2 substitutions that you mentioned being made for MABOUYA. In the 58th minute, we have number 11, that's Amaziah Edwin, coming in for number 15, Delcan de Turville, and number 4, Shaquille Williams, replacing number 20, Kian Mondesi. That's in the 58th minute of play.
We also have another substitution coming in for you. Information is reaching us. Ryder Stanislas has come into the game. We'll get who he has replaced in a while. But a player we mentioned so much of, he's currently a national player, exploits over in Antigua as well. Dangerous player, he's a left footer. Plays on the right side of attack for the DENNERY team, so he's one to look out for. He's wearing number 8. While our statisticians provide us with the information as per who is coming in for. But Ryder Stanislas is on show, so they certainly want to look forward to. Again, we see DENNERY now showing more impetus, trying to go with the goal or probably improve on the lead. Hence the reason why they brought in the talisman, I can say. So let's see if he can get on the score sheet as well.
Well, he's replacing number 10, Schumann St. Rose, in the 59th minute of play. As you mentioned, he's a current national player. Didn't start the game for whatever reason, not sure. Maybe it's because the
the senior team, I believe, is in training. The senior national team. So
that's like managing his minutes.
Managing his minutes more than likely. I would assume that would be the reason. If he's fit to come into the second half, you would have thought that he would have probably started the game. But if he would have participated in a training session earlier today, then again, you know, you don't want to risk injury to any of the players.
Right.
And clearly, Dennery did not absolutely need his services in
behind closed doors. I did that, but Dennery seems to have a strong hold on the game.
I think that's number 18, Eli Prosper. I believe that's down.
We are thrilled to have you here with us today. Please be aware of the stadium's emergency exits and follow the instructions of the stadium staff in case of an emergency. Food and beverages.
Journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
Transforming St. Lucia through football innovation and excellence.
In the Semi-Professional Football League. So in our third round of matches, basically, you know, this third weekend of matches, the organizers will be pleasantly surprised. And I think it's probably only going to get better as the teams settle in, they get more training in, you know, and they get more comfortable, they get more support from not just the district reps, but from the community as well. You know, we've been seeing a lot of pride being displayed by the communities for their teams. So definitely this initiative is off to a flying start.
Definitely. I've often said too that once it's football is organized properly, trust me, spectators and patrons will flock towards it. I think it's a new vibe, it's a new initiative for the semi-professional league, but clearly with those numbers and the interest, I guess when they meet at the drawing board, there's something that they can definitely work on and improving. And you can only see it getting better because you know, when persons hear of something like and they say, you know, you basically missed out as an opportunity, come and support your community. Oh, good tackle in the area. Yeah. So there's a lot going for the semi-pro league. Remember, it's the first time for St. Lucia for having such, but you know, it's gonna grow. Just give it some time. It's gonna grow. Like you mentioned, I would love to see, you know, corporate St. Lucia get on board as well, or probably all the ex-national players come in and see what's going on. You know, be a part of it. You know, be a part of history. Be a part of change. You know, I know it's very hard to embrace change, but as anything else, it's a moving world. You have to be, you know, adaptive to what's happening. You have to be on par with what's happening. So it's a good league to be part of. And like you mentioned, the diaspora, many persons who are not
number 3
on island, but they can get a chance to see what's going on. So it's a good all-around effort by the semi-pro league.
And it's still carried by $20. Yeah, you go BROKE. But I don't mention his name. Imagine him another locks, the man got the locks.
That looks like Josh Hunt there, just getting up off the pitch. Scored that stunning goal in the 42nd minute of the first half, if my memory serves me correctly.
Contention for one of the goals of the tournament so far.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Alright. Yeah, like I tell you something. Big up the whole entourage. Big up Few. Big up Wentz. Big up Ivan, same speed. Yeah.
You will see the difference in quality. Eli, look at the passing by Dennery. There's a certain gulf of class between the two teams. As much as, you know, it's a it's a good spectacle, but you could see clearly there's a little gulf of class between the Dennery team and the MABOUYA team.
Yes. I feel too that Dennery has sort of been a little bit more measured in the second half. Obviously, they have a 2-goal cushion. I felt that they were a little bit more on the front foot in the first half. Carved out a couple of opportunities nonetheless in the second, but very measured in terms of their players. We see the Dennery custodian quick to come off his line once again and just scupper any sort of, offense that the MABOUYA team is trying to muster up.
They certainly have the defense on lock, and it's going to be very tough for MABOUYA to get through. I just saw recent, if you look at some medical attention being dished out, you could see, I think the player slipped on his own. Remember, despite it is the artificial surface, some dew might just set in too. As the time changes, some dew might just set in. I saw a player slip on his own. So footwear is very much critical. There's a difference between boots for natural grass. There's a difference between cleats for the artificial surface. Players need to be reminded of that. So when buying your boots or buying your gear, you need to ensure that you have the proper footwear for the artificial surface, which differs from the natural grass.
Yeah, I think a substantive difference is that when your cleats get stuck in natural grass, it'll dig up a divot, as opposed to the artificial turf, which seems it's a little more rigid.
Yeah, it's more set.
So that you have to sort of keep that in mind there. Interestingly enough, the Dennery custodian showing off his juggling skills. He seems like he can play in the outfield.
Banana. I told you, that's how he's called. I told you that's how he's called. So that's his player. So he has to develop that sort of mindset, and it seems like he has a skill set as well.
Mindset, skill set, seems like he's all set.
Yeah, the player who got the attention seems to have recovered.
I don't know if Dennery have fans in the place tonight. Dennery Massive, where you there?
So we're back to action.
MABOUYA Valley, where you there?
Sort of a tussle on the left side. Possession goes to the MABOUYA team. It's a free kick. Do you think Eli MABOUYA will get on the score sheet?
At the minute, I don't see that happening. I haven't seen them string together a passage of play that's convincing enough to suggest to me that will happen. I'm not going to say that as an absolute though, because it's football we're talking about and the game can turn at any minute. You just mentioned a little earlier on that a 2-0 scoreline can be a very tricky one, because if you concede a goal at 2-0, all of a sudden the nerves start to come into play, and the doubt creeps into your mind. Oh my God, am I going to give up a 2-goal lead?
Oh, good skill, youngster.
So.
That's a corner in favor of the MABOUYA team. Good skill there by the number 18.
Yes.
We have Efort South versus Marshall, the first match. Then they have Castries versus Kenrys. One football action right here on the Dennery playing field.
We just heard over the stadium system.
Remember, we live on YouTube.
Efort South versus Marshall being the second game tomorrow. Marshall will be looking to bounce back after that 1-0 defeat to Babono on the opening day. And Efort South already registering a point, drawing against Ancillary 1-1. If my memory serves me correctly, Dumani Berthia was the standout player in that fixture.
Correct.
So looking forward to seeing what both of these teams will be able to do tomorrow in the opening fixture. Earlier on tomorrow, it's a Sunday evening, so the fixtures start at 5 p.m. local time. The second fixture being Central Castries of their first outing against Canaries, taking the second trip will be at 7.
Just outside the area, some very good passing there by the MABOUYA team, just slicing through the defense of DENNERY. However, the attacker being fouled just outside the area, so let's see if we can see some creativity by the MABOUYA team in taking this free kick. Player goal went down as well, needing some attention. It seems to be in a lot of pain, but the old ice bag or the ice back in the days, it used to be a sponge, wet sponge.
Now it's spray.
Yeah, so you have the cold spray, you have the cold spray, you have the ice pack. So let's see, that's what they probably need right now. However, he's up already, but you can see a DENNERY player now needing some attention. Well, so there's still hope for MABOUYA if they can just make this work.
Just a while ago, I spoke about me not seeing MABOUYA string a passage of play together that was convincing enough, and lo and behold, they answered me immediately.
Yeah, that's very good passage of play.
First passage of play I've seen from them that looked convincing enough, and they drew a free kick in a very dangerous position out of it. Let's see if they'll be able to capitalize.
Yeah. Now, normally what you'd want to see, Eli, okay, yes, that's what I was just saying, that you would have to see two players behind that ball trying to measure what they did in training and what should be applied right now. Should it be a right footer? Should it be a left footer? You know, should it be somebody on the back pole or somebody on top of the box area? So that's where the thinking now comes in. The players now need to think and try to adapt what they learned during training and see if they could crawl back and make this tie very interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking at the position of the free kick, and a left footer might also be tempted to try to put that on the frame of the goal. You know, anything can happen if people miss a clearance or a deflection. You might end up with a goal. But let's see if they decide to go in swing or out swinger.
Located around the stadium. Beverages must be served in non-breakable bottles. Fans are reminded to show respect to the players, officials, and fellow spectators throughout the match. Please keep the aisles clear and refrain from standing in prohibited areas during the game. We hope you enjoy today's
I think a substitution has also been made, Eli. We'll get that information shortly. We have a number 15 coming on. Let's take in this free kick.
Well, he did attempt to go for goal apparently, but it's a right footer, and that never seemed plausible. The right footer, that angle, trying to go for goal.
The wrong tactic altogether. You have to give your team a chance. You know, you have a situation where you can get a goal back or something of the sort. You know, yeah. So definitely, it's not what you want to see. You have to give your team a chance because you're already down 2.
Alright, it's the 71st minute. We have number 15, Lascelles. Is it Faro? I think it is, Lascelles Faro. Coming in for number 19, Elijah Joseph.
Yeah, you could see he couldn't carry on, too much pain to bear, so substitution most definitely. In the meantime, we see MABOUYA trying to mount another raid, but foul on number 4. He's been through the wars for the night.
He's been through the wars.
Been through the wars. I wouldn't want to be in his space because those tackles are coming in, and he seems to be the one taking the whole brunt of what's happening. And well, as a skipper, you can't run away from those challenges. You have to show your worth. You have to show your worth.
Lead from the front.
That is correct. You have to lead by example.
Although he plays in the back.
Yeah, it's all well and good, but they continue. They have a struggle on the game, but like I said, I'd love to see them at least score 2 more goals or even 1 just to stamp their authority on all the possession that they've had.
Offside the call there. MABOUYA back on the ball, trying to probe. All is not lost for MABOUYA as yet. There's still time left in the second half, and as you mentioned earlier on, if one goal is scored,
you can change the whole
complexion of the game.
Of course. But again, we see how important earlier on when they missed that chance early in the second half. How now it's showing fruit. Through ball.
70th minute of play right now. Critic, there's about 12 minutes of regulation time, and whatever time that'll be added on. We expect a little bit of time to be added on because we've had a couple of stoppages through injury in the second half. But as it stands, Dennery still posting at home against MABOUYA.
Yeah, they're not troubled. I mean, we have the one-off situations where MABOUYA have got into the area, but nothing so much telling. But Dennery, they seem quite comfortable. They seem quite comfortable. You know, I know that the Dennery crowd, they always want more, especially at home. You know, so they want to go home with their hearts contented, knowing that they dispatched MABOUYA Valley. So they're gonna come in with this long throw, comes into the area. Yeah. Good passage of play there by MABOUYA Valley. Can they continue? Good defense tackle there by number 17 from behind.
Wow.
He dwelled on that ball for too long. Yeah, he dwelled on that ball for too long. MABOUYA still trying, you know.
Oh, good save there by. Oh, double save
there, yeah.
Double save there by the custodian for Dennery. First one, I think he may have felt he could have dealt with it a little better. Fired it slightly back out into a dangerous area, but was able to quickly recover even with that his size in goal. Very nimble as well, was able to recover quickly and position himself to make a second save, a double save there.
Not bad at all. So let's see our guy there try to outpace. Once he gets into the box area, good recovery. Once he gets before the player, once he gets in between the player and the ball. We have a red card there dished out to the player Eli. He scored earlier, but now we have a situation where he's shown the red. Again, the game is a game. The game is a game about emotions, Eli, and emotions certainly get the better of the attacker who scored earlier. And now, now he has his team for 2-0 lead, playing at home, down to 10 men. Seems a little reluctant on leaving the playing pitch, but you have to leave.
Well, I didn't clearly see what
second yellow card issued to
warrant the red card.
Second yellow card.
Okay.
Second yellow card.
Into the 80th minute.
So again, the game is about emotions, but you must know how to.
But that definitely was a bit of
offense. You have to know how to temper your emotions. I mean, you're already leading the game. You're at home. You scored. What more do you want? Just relax and continue playing. You know.
And we talked about the 2-0 scoreline being a very tricky one. Definitely there's an opportunity for it to get tricky right now if they're down to 10 men. But Dennery has been quite comfortable. And taking into account that it's a forward player that has been sent off, let's see how they will fare now.
Yeah, let's see how they will fare, and let's see how MABOUYA can at least, change the scheme of things if you're going to throw in an extra attacker to cause some more problems in the area for Dennery. But so far they've been able to cope with the 10 men.
In as much as Dennery is leading this game 2-0, I have been very impressed with the defensive duo of Dennery. MacGyver Raymond there, the number 2, and number 4 Kenvy Poli is the captain. They've been pretty calm at the back, pretty steady with their play, bringing the ball from out of the back, tackling very well as well. Hardly ever out of position, as you mentioned earlier on. Kenvy Poli seemed to have been in the walls, you know. All of the crunching tackles, he seems to be putting his foot in there. MacGyver seems to be a little bit more of the neater and tidier player at the back, you know.
Well, like the broom.
Yeah.
Tidying up, you know. Also, too, you must give praise to MABOUYA. I don't know, despite it being 2 down, the attitude of the MABOUYA team overall, you know, yes, they're 2 down. You don't see them getting feisty about the situation.
Yes.
They're still trying to put passes together, hoping that they could break down the Dennery team. So attitude in itself, and also I want to praise MABOUYA, despite the scoreline, for the work rate. They continue to, you know, to at least try something and, you know, not get faced by the entire situation, you know. So they too must take credit.
Definitely. There's a little information on the custodian for January. It's 26-year-old Anton Richard. He's currently in the national team setup, and you can clearly see why. Not just having the size, as Dennery is attacking down the left flank. A little bit reluctant to just really drive at MABOUYA and take them on, I guess, as they're down to 10 men. But definitely still showing some attacking intent. But Anton is a teacher by profession. As we see, MABOUYA looking like they want to get in there, cut back. Not doing well enough there. Not doing well enough there. These opportunities are not going to come by very often in the game, and you need to take advantage when you get those opportunities, particularly as you are upper man in this contest.
They may be upper man, but they're short on ideas of how to finish in the final third, and also they look a little tired. Well, I did mention their work rate, and you know, to chase that ball, Eli, for 90 minutes with the skill and passing of Dennery takes a lot from them. So yes, they have the upper hand in terms of men on the pitch, but when your legs are tired, so are the brakes.
Yeah. And Anton Richard in goal would have attended Florida College in the USA, would have played there for a bit, so maybe a little bit of the American footballing culture mixed in with the tradition of Dennery to produce what looks like an exceptional goalkeeper.
Yeah, he seems clearly, you mentioned that he looks like he's highly experienced as well. And he also looks like one that doesn't want to concede. He wants to keep that clean sheet.
Yes.
You know, they're often called, what do you call them? The goalkeeper union. They want to always keep that clean sheet. So despite he's down to 10, he has been instructing the defenders that he wants to keep a clean sheet.
I'm actually hearing him becoming more and more vocal now. I guess there's a little bit more urgency with his team now down to 10 men, that they keep organized. They just had a little bit of a scare a while ago.
Yeah.
MABOUYA was not able to capitalize, but they definitely were able to get in behind the defense of Dennery. As we see Dennery forwarding forward again off of the left flank. A little bit of skill being displayed there. But MABOUYA coming out with that ball and again on the counter attack. Dennery closed down so quickly.
Yeah. It's a situation, Eli. I often hear the words of the press. But what Dennery have done, that is, what I've seen them doing is that who is closer to the ball gets to the ball. So no longer you hear the words of, say, for example, it's your man, or, you know, this one to mark or whatever. It's your man. But it's a situation where who's closer to the ball deal with the situation at hand.
Well, I'll tell you from what I've seen, I don't think MABOUYA have any reason to hang their heads. they've not been out of this contest. You mentioned that they may have been slightly outclassed by the Dennery outfit, as we see for the first time Ken Ripoli is losing out in a duel tonight.
Yeah. He had a lot to do because remember he's down now, but despite all of that, he was getting instructions from one of his teammates, so that was vital as well.
You can hear the Dennery players calling for organization right now, which is critical for them being down to 10 men. Although they have a 2-goal margin to play with, and easy pickings for Anton Richard in goal. Even a little bit of theatrics.
Not needed, but it comes with what's happening, you know.
Seems to be a little bit of an entertainer as well.
It's all right. It's all part of the spectacle.
But again, look at his distribution. Getting Dennery on the front foot immediately with a pass out from the back, getting into the attacking third. There, shot by Dennery, blocked. So despite the fact Dennery down to 10 men, they still have the attacking threat.
And this team is trying to monitor a little pass here and there. Bravery, like reading the situation and getting there just in time. Not bad at all. You see the impetus by the MABOUYA player. He did try his best. But
Yeah.
He did try his best, but as anything else, the goalkeeper was alert to the situation.
On his toes.
He read it. He's gonna be alright. Just a little water or something. Just a little, nothing severe happened to him there. But MABOUYA, that was a good passage of play.
Could be trying to a little bit of gamesmanship there as well.
He's alright.
Slow the game down.
Yeah, he's alright.
You know?
You did say he's a showman, so we did say he has this showbiz part about him, you know.
The substitution was made by Dennery. The fullback Patrick Ephraim being replaced by Newton Marshall. If the numbers are indicative of the change, it seems more of an attacking change, but these days people wear any number in football.
Yeah, before you could have told you what his position
number
was.
14,
You
know,
attacker.
an attacker.
Yeah.
But
Henry seems to have this one all wrapped up. I think the clock is ticking in their favor. The scoreline is in their favor as well. The only blemish in this game was the 2 yellow card incident where Reggie had to go out because of the red card incident. But other than that, I think Dennery will be pleased with their first outing in the semi-professional league. There's a loose pass here. Let's see if MABOUYA Valley can make amends on this one. They're still fighting. Snapshot. Hitting that ball. The goalkeeper seems to want some attention as well.
Yeah, man, special shout out to the ref. We come out and watch the football tonight.
So it's going a little, you know, not how you want the ending to be, Eli, so to a certain extent, but part and parcel of football is injuries.
a little anticlimactic, if you want to call it that.
So just indication of five added on minutes due to injuries. We did mention that there will be some time onto this, so it won't be the longest 6 minutes or 5 minutes, but we should get to the end of it pretty soon. But
well, it's not about to start just yet because
more minutes.
Only 5 additional minutes to this game. Whilst they're leading 2-0.
All in all, a good night for the Semi-Professional Football League. Of course, brought to you by the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, the St. Lucia Football Association Incorporated, the National Lotteries Authority, and the ES Production. And of course, you mentioned earlier on, you know, corporate St. Lucia getting on board. You can definitely see that there's the fan base available. You know, if you're into promotions, if you're a drinks company, you can come and sell your drinks. I can tell you that. You know, and if you're a company involved in any sort of promotional activities, that's a good opportunity for you to get some stuff done, get some visibility for your brand with the Semi-Professional Football League.
It's a new product. It's a good product of football. So, and it can only grow. But as anything else, you want to be part of the growth for what's happening. It's a platform for young footballers, young persons, not only footballers but all stakeholders as well, to be part of. So definitely, it's a plus situation, a plus situation for St. Lucia as a country in terms of making its mark in football. Very much welcome, very much structured, organized. Motivation, enthusiasm. There's so much that goes around having a good product of football, and the semi-professional league brings you all of that. You know, it has added value to football. Young players now have something to look forward to. I've also mentioned the Friday fixtures, which is a new initiative. This never happened before, where you had Friday night football. So all these need to be taken into consideration. That something is definitely positive when it comes to the semi-professional football league. So as the game winds down, it's just mere formalities of getting the ball in the area. Remember, DENNERY are down to 10 men, so they won't want that ball in the area. Meanwhile, you have the MABOUYA team.
Cheaper to keep a punt there.
Yeah. MABOUYA team will do similar because time is not on their side. There you go. There you go.
Keeper's playing a little bit of volleyball there.
Yeah.
So as the game is winding down, Tennyson, who do you have in your mind as the player of the match?
Well, my standout will be number 5, Hunt in the midfield, scoring that belter. Not only scoring, but imposing on himself as a figure in the game. He seems to want to be one who has a good football brain. Actually, not defining himself to just his role, but on his spot of danger, he can add to the situation to ensure that he can out the fire. And somebody also told me that it's his birthday. So I think it's quite fitting that he scored a wonderful goal to draw his team over the line.
What a birthday present.
Yeah. And of course,
himself.
And good overall play. Like I said, the only blemish was the red card, but the standout player for me was Hunt, the number 5 in midfield.
I'd have to agree with you there. I think he made his presence felt in the middle of the pitch. Winning the ball back, distribution was pretty good, got forward when he needed to get forward. Right now he's not been forward, and rightfully so, because they're down to 10 men. So just trying to see the game out, keep a clean sheet, plus 2 goals and 3 points.
Most definitely.
And such is the depth of this DENNERY team that Reggie not being able to play the next game, you have already made replacement. The reader's sadness to
there you go.
come into the first team. Not too shabby at all.
Not at all. And that's what you want. You want quality, you want depth, you want depth in terms of your squad. And situations like this, another player may get a chance to showcase himself. And Reggie now will have to take stock of himself, knowing fully well that you are a vital part of the cog, a vital part of the squad. So those shenanigans about getting yellow cards and putting in such behavior should not be tolerated, and move forward with this.
There's Hunt again getting into the mix late in the game. Winning possession back for his team. Lost again.
This match is now winding down, folks, at the Dennery playing field. I would think that all roads would lead to a little lower down the road with the fish fry, just a little after 10 p.m. So that might just be warming up now as we see MABOUYA trying to get one last attempt in. But again, synonymous with what has happened the entire night, doing a little too much and seeming a little disjointed in the final third.
They still have one. They still seem they can get something out of this game. A little positive to take home.
Definitely a ferocious attempt, but not on target. Not troubling Anton in goal for Dennery. And you think there's not much time left again.
Is it the longest 5 minutes?
Well, when the 5 minutes was signaled, players were still down, you know,
right,
so...
Right, yeah.
There you have it, folks. I think that's the first time we've heard the Dennery faithful show their appreciation for what has happened. They almost seem at times bored. It's almost like they just expected that from their team.
Yeah.
But Dennery coming away, rightfully so, 2-0 winners of this contest. They may have probably even wanted to have had a third, you know, just to add some gloss to the performance.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a comprehensive victory for Dennery.
Yeah, quite comfortable victory. I think they didn't even move on to fourth gear, as fourth gear. They will just change it to second gear and basically cruise with it. They wanted more as anything else, but against the circumstances, the red card situation, they definitely have to work on this disciplinary factor. However, it was a good outing for Dennery on the first time getting the 3 points, for the moving on in terms of the tier 1. Good outing for Dennery. MABOUYA will still live here with their heads held up high because it's not a bad outing at all. Good work rate. They just probably need to work on their finishing, get into areas of concern and capitalizing on those areas. But all in all, a good advert for the semi-professional Football League of St. Lucia.
Yeah. Well, folks, that's it. You can come to some live action tomorrow, 5 p.m. The boys from Marshall will come up against Bayport South. And at 7 p.m. the marquee matchup is going to be Central Castries with their first outing against the boys from Canaries, who already have 3 points on the board. So from the Dennery playing field, it's myself, Elijah Williams, and Tennyson Critic Glasgow. Catch you guys next time.
Till next time.